Good morning. My name is Jessie and I'm with Simply Refreshing Life. I'm so glad you are here today. It is Tuesday already. Can you believe that? It's almost Thanksgiving. Are you all ready? So here's the thing. I'm supposed to do cranberry sauce and I haven't found the cranberries. So right now, after this video, I have to run to the store or other stores to look for the cranberries. It's weird because they're usually all over the place at this time and I haven't been able to find them. So that's a problem. um, I'm sure it will be fine. I have a couple stores in mind that might have them. So hopefully, because I have one bag of cranberries, I need at least 2 or 3 more because I make a really, really good cranberry sauce and it's usually gone like, you know, uh, this really fast. Anyway, speaking of that, time management, I have a lot of things to do. And people often ask me, Jessie, how do you, do all these things that you need to do and still have time to be with your family or still have time, to relax? And this is what I want to talk to you about today, time management. And I'm going to give you my best tips that I use every day to make my days better and to, manage my time in a wise way. And I still have time to relax. I have accomplished everything that I had to do. And I still have time to relax. Last night I was watching a movie, in my room, relaxing. It was just great. And so it's been like that for a few months now, for a few years rather. And I want to share those with you. So if you are stumbling with time management, if you find yourself with, at the end of the day, 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock, and you're like, oh my God, I still have so many things to do. I didn't get to do all this, all these things. And tomorrow is going to be another busy day. And you're stressing over time, you are in the right place. Let me share with you my best time management tips for you. Before I do that, I just want to say, if you're watching this on Facebook, I will invite you to watch it on YouTube as well, or share it in YouTube. The YouTube channel is Simply Refreshing Life. It's very easy to find, and you will see all kinds of content there. I've shared stuff on self-care. I've shared about Proverbs. I've shared about the fruit of the spirit. I've also shared some DIYs in there that have some really fun DIYs. So just go check it out. Go check the content in there. If you like what you see and what you hear, subscribe to that channel and also help me share it with others. I also have another channel that is just dedicated for my fellow friends' moms. It's called Quiet Time with God, and where I post every Saturday. Every Saturday there's a new video, and that is for Bible study. And right now we're doing hymns, and it's been a very beautiful walk. It's just every time I prepare for that, it's been amazing. So I invite you to join for that. This last Saturday, we talked about that hymn, just a closer walk with thee, and the 3 lessons that old hymn teaches us today. So I invite you to subscribe to that. The link for that is in the description of this video, Quiet Time with God. Go and check it out and subscribe, and you're gonna like it. I've been really blessed to do that. So anyway, let's go into time management. Here's the thing. When you're a mom and you have more than one child and you work outside the home or you run your own business and you run your home, time can be tight, for lack of a better word. Sometimes, since the morning you get up until the evening you go to bed, you are busy. You have things to do in your house, or if you work outside the home, it's even like more busy because you are actually out and then you come back and you still have to fix dinner for your family and things like that. So there was a point in time where I was stressed out because I didn't know how to manage my time. I was not getting the most out of it, and then I will be so tired in the evening that I didn't want to do anything else, and I still was overwhelmed because I knew I didn't get to do certain things, or I knew I had to do more things the next day. So I started really learning how to manage my time wisely, and that's one of the things that I've been known for in the last few years. As a matter of fact, I'm with a ministry called CEF, which is Child Evangelism Fellowship. And one of the things that they um, wanted me to do was the time management, because they recognize how organized I am with my time. And that just came with practice and, learning how to manage my time wisely and still have the time to do everything that I need to do in a day and still have time to relax. So that's my goal here. Teach you or tell you how to manage your time wisely, and then also have time for you to relax. What is it that you like to do? What is it that relaxes you? Watching a movie, reading, drinking hot cocoa, whatever you like to do. Get it done and still have that time for yourself. Maybe do your nails, or I don't know, whatever that you love to do. For me, for example, I love to relax and watching a good movie, especially right now, you guys. There's the Christmas movies out, and I love Christmas movies, and so that is my the stuff that I like the most. I don't know if I'm frozen. The internet might be funny on me. I have a screen over here, and I see that I'm frozen. I think I'm okay. Okay, so. That's what I like to do. I like, when I relax, I like to watch a good movie. I love romantic, comedies and things like that, especially right now for Christmas. So, yay. What does the Bible say about time management? So I found this in Ephesians 5, verses 15 to 17. And it says, pay careful attention then how you live, not as unwise people, but as wise, making the most of time, because the days are evil. So don't be foolish, but understand what the Lord's will is. So making the most of your time, that is the key here. This is what I'm trying to teach you in this 15-20 minutes that I have with you. Making the most of your time. Colossians 4:5 says making the best use of time. And it is a learned skill. Okay, let me just put it out there like this. It is a learned skill. It is not something that, it comes naturally. It's a learned skill. And you have to be very disciplined when it comes to time management. And this is something that I teach my clients when they come to me as a life coach, as a mindset coach. It's something that you have to learn, and you have to discipline yourself and hold yourself accountable to manage your time wisely. Okay. So the first thing I'm going to tell you is you have to audit your day. Make a list of the things that you have to do in the day, every day. Even like from the moment you open your eyes in the morning until the moment that you close your eyes at night, whatever time that is. Okay. So let me give you an example. My schedule has shifted a lot because I have a part-time job outside the home, and, I'm running this business as well. So, and then I'm also volunteering for church on Tuesdays, and I volunteer for the CEF that I just told you about, right? So I have all these things going on, plus the care of my family, which is kind of my first thing right now. Okay, so let me just tell you a typical day. I'm going to tell you two examples of two typical days: the day that I work and the day that I don't work. Okay, the day that I work, I get up at 6:30 in the morning and I pray. I get ready for the day. My routine in the morning is very fast. I don't spend 45 minutes doing my makeup or hair, as you can tell. It's important for me to feel good about myself and put makeup on. I love makeup, and I do like to look good. Okay, and I get dressed, and I like jewelry, like you can tell. So it takes me about half an hour, at the most 40 minutes when I like to do straighten my hair, but it's usually about half an hour. It's really not more than that. I come to the kitchen and I prepare lunch for my two boys who don't have lunch at school, and it's usually a fast or cold lunch. They don't like hot lunch. They don't like it, especially Adrian is very picky. So I usually do like a PB&J, a ham and cheese sandwich. Today he had cheese and ham roll-ups with crackers, kind of like what are those meals called that they sell? I can be called, but they have like the little ham and the cheese and the crackers and things like that. When I make them here, it's really simple and it's better. So and so I pack his lunch. It takes me about 10 minutes to do all that. I usually plan my meals on the weekend, so I know what I'm going to do. So that also helps a lot. I prepare my breakfast, I prepare my lunch, and then off I go. So I usually get out of the house around 8:10 because I have the shortest commute ever. It's right across the street. So I just walk over. And that's just my, my situation right now. I work until about 2:30 in the afternoon. I come home. I check my the mail. I check my Facebook if I need to. I check my emails and things like that. And I get ready for what I'm going to make for breakfast. For dinner. So in case I need to make, if something is frozen, I need to get it out of the freezer, things like that, right? I rest. I take a few minutes, usually about half an hour to 45 minutes of rest during the day after work, if I work. And then around 5:30, I make dinner, and my husband helps me with the kitchen, so I don't have to clean the kitchen after, and I'm done. And if I have to do something on my groups, because I have a group on Facebook, so if you're part of that, I have to, I do it the night before. If I have to write something, like I have a notebook right here where I write all my content, everything that I talked about here, I do it. So that's my typical day during a work day. When I don't work, I do sleep in about 15 more minutes. That's about it. I also have to get up and make lunches for everybody. And I sit here on my desk and I work on my group. I work on, if I have to do a blog. And usually the errands, if I have to do errands, I run them on the days that I'm off. But what I mean is that I audit my day. So I write down, I have a planner here, and I write down what I have to do during the day, so I don't forget. And I love to-do lists because I'm checking them off, like I'm doing them, and that is kind of I audit my day. Now I do prioritize. That's my second thing. You have to prioritize what is more important and what can wait. Right. So if you have a project that you're working on, but you have a few days to do it, take your time and don't try to do it all at once. And manage your time in the way that you are not stressed. We talked about boundaries. Look at one of those videos. You have to learn how to say no. That's another thing that is very important. If you're saying yes to everything, then you cannot manage your time because your day is packed with activities that you have said yes to. So audit your day and prioritize what is most important, what is medium important, what is less important that can wait or can be done little by little. Time blocking. Here's my other one. Time blocking is super important. It's amazing. I heard about it from my mentor, and I started doing it, and it works. You guys, it works. I do time blocking when I'm not working, when I know that I'm home. Work doesn't work too much because I work in an elementary school, and you're in the middle of something, and here comes a kid asking for help for something, so it doesn't really work. But at home for my business, time blocking is amazing. I time block 20 minutes, 30 minutes to write the content of what I'm going to talk about in the next video. I block an hour or so to do my Bible study for the Saturday. And I block about 40 minutes to film that. I film it ahead of time. I don't do lives on that channel. I thought I was going to do lives on that channel, but I found out that it's better to do it, pre-recorded, because I include visuals and things like that. So I like to do it pre-recorded. So I block time about 40 minutes to do that. And then about half an hour it takes me to edit the whole thing and just publish it. So in all, it takes about 2 hours to do, the content of that video, to film it and then edit it, things like that. And I do that on a day that I don't have a lot of work, which is Fridays. Fridays afternoons, I'm like, it calms down. Or usually also Thursdays afternoon. So that's that. So time blocking is super important. It's one of the keys for time management. If you have a big project you're working on and you are very overwhelmed with it, time block it. So I don't know what it is. Let's say you're writing a book. Let's just say, I don't know what you're doing, right? But let's say you're writing a book. Okay. So time block every day 30 minutes and just do the writing. So put a timer if you need to. Put a timer for 30 minutes and just do the writing of that day. And then the next day, and then the next day, and so on and so forth. Or maybe 40 minutes, whatever time you need to. But time block it, because if you don't, in my case, I got distracted. So I'm like, oh, I remember this. Oh, I have to go do this. So I go do it, and then I leave this unfinished, and I'm never done. So time blocking is super important if you're working, especially if you're working on a big project. Another one is keep a calendar, explore planners, see what works. There's planners out there that are very, that have like big pages per day that you can write down everything that you need to do a day. There's planners like this. This one is very simple. It works for me because I use a lot of, my planning goes a lot in Google Calendar. But for example, this one, I'm gonna show you a blank one, so I don't show you what I've written. But see, this is per day. So what I use it for mostly is either to, when I have to-do lists, important things that I know I have to get done, or even my menu. On my phone, I have my calendar, Google Calendar. If you never used it, it's amazing because you can put it on your phone and then it gives you reminders, which for me helps me a lot because if I'm busy doing something else and I need to, focus my shift into something, it reminds me, oh yeah, I have to stop this and then do that or whatever, right? It can remind you to take your pills if you need to. It reminds you to, write, do a project. It reminds you when to start dinner. Our schedule is very different every day. So sometimes I have to start dinner earlier than other days. So I kind of wrote it down. So it gives me a reminder. I love that. So a lot of my calendar needs come in my Google Calendar, which is also in my phone. So with a kid in band, in jazz band and concert band in high school, and another child in dance, and she has dance recitals and things like that, I need to have a reminder because then it's forgotten. So for example, this Friday, Victoria has a dance recital that she has to attend, and I wrote it down. I knew that evening was going to be blocked. I couldn't do anything else. And so when I found out the date, I put it in my calendar, and I make sure that I let my husband know that evening we're going to be busy with Vicky because she has to be at a certain time and a certain place on Friday night. You know what I mean? So calendars are amazing. You can also have I used to have a big paper calendar. The problem with that is that sometimes we forget to write things in there and things got confusing. Or, my husband will book something or say yes to something, and then he wouldn't tell me and he forgot to put it in the calendar. So that was a big deal. So now that we have digital calendars, we all coordinate our activities. So even the boys that, everybody has a phone and everybody has Google Calendar. So if they have something, they're arranging something with their friends, it is a responsibility of them to put it in the calendars to make sure that everybody knows what everybody's doing. And that applies if your kids are getting older and they're doing their own thing, because hey, our kids have social lives now. And so it's really helpful when they let us know. Like, on Sunday, Nathaniel was supposed to go to an activity at church and he forgot to tell us, and it wasn't in the calendar. And I said, you need to make sure you put it in the calendar so we know that this is what you're doing, so we can make arrangements, because his brother was going to another activity that we knew of. And so he needed to be picked up. We were hoping that Nathaniel was going to do it because, they were going to go to the same activity, but they didn't. So things like that need to be addressed in a calendar. So Google Calendar is your thing. Or there's another one that is called Cozy Calendar that I think is free. Don't quote me on that, because I've heard about it, but I'm not sure if it's free or if it's just that, if certain services are free from Cozy Calendar, but you can try that as well. I'm running out of time. I'm going to go now, but I hope these tips helped you with time management. And if you have any other tips that I haven't mentioned and has worked for you, please share it with us. You can put it in the comment area here and whatever you're watching, either Facebook or YouTube, and let us know what you think about that. If you watch this on the replay, just say replay and let me know if that helped you a lot. And as well, rather. And I will see you again next Tuesday. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Don't forget to give me all those likes and all those things that YouTube likes, so this can be shown to more people as well, because everybody needs help with time management, right? Have an awesome Tuesday, and I will see you again next week. Bye.